Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Crossing the Line. We had some fantastic news the other day. Daniel Andrews has finally stepped down. He's quit, he's out, he's gone, and people of Victoria can finally breathe a sigh of relief after the dictator has finally stood down. Whether or not a new dictator comes in and they keep them in for as long as he was in, I mean, Victorians at some point, you've got to be, you've made your bed, you were sleeping in it, and I'm not going to feel sorry for you when you keep voting in someone like Daniel Andrews. Same with people in New Zealand. They kept voting in Jacinda Ardern, and it's come back to bite them in the ass, and it's the only person's fault it is their own. Now, Daniel Andrews is he's not going to go broke. He doesn't need to work anyway, but he's going to be taking a $300,000 a year pension, and I don't think that's very fair. I don't know about you, but when the dictator of Victoria stands down and continues to get $300,000 a year, I think there's a little bit of inequality there. I mean, I know I'd love to quit my job and get paid $300K a year. It's pretty ridiculous that parliamentarians and politicians in Australia here get paid that much. I think they get paid more than a lot of other, like even US senators and stuff like that. We should not be paying these people pensions for the rest of their life. As their time in office comes to an end, I'm sure they make sure that they've got plenty of money in the piggy bank, and I don't think Daniel Andrews deserves a penny of it. If he likes pushing communist ideals, why doesn't he practice what he preaches? Daniel Andrews eligible for a pension of up to $300K a year, driver for life. So he even gets a driver. Isn't that lovely? I mean, I'm sure there's some pensioners around that would love $300K a year. Victoria's outgoing Premier Daniel Andrews could be eligible for a pension of up to $300,000 a year and a private driver for the rest of his life. Andrews officially stepped down from the state's top job at 5 p.m. after almost 9 years of the role, passing the baton to his former deputy, Jacinda Ardern. The calculation of the pension received will be determined by a number of factors and will go as far as backing and considering his first parliamentary salary. But sources on the Spring Street have told Nine News Andrews' pension could be as high as $300K a year, as a budget of up to $200,000 for travel and office costs. What does he need a budget for travel and office costs? If he's not in politics anymore, he's retired, if he's stepped down, and he's not doing the job anymore, then why should he be getting $200,000 a year for travel and office costs? No one else gets that. He's not doing anything for the government now. Then why would he get that? That's insane. The former Premier will also be entitled to a private driver for the rest of his life. After announcing the resignation yesterday, Andrews said he was planning to spend time with his wife and children, play golf and read books, all on our dime. Because where do you think he's going to play golf at? Where do you think he's going on holidays? He's not going to be going anywhere local. He's going to be spending that time. He's going to be using a driver to get anywhere he goes. $300K a year, $200K in entitlements, and a driver? That's insane. Plus the car, I'm guessing, as well. I'm looking forward to a very different pace and doing very different things, he said. Andrews was first elected Parliament in 2002. He was the Premier of Victoria December 14th until today and served the 48th leader of the state. He should be in prison for the things that he's done to his state and done to the Australian people. He should not be getting a $300,000 to $500,000 a year pension. This is insane. He's telling people, Victorian people, to button up and pull their belt tight and, pull themselves up by their bootstraps. And, sometimes you've got to suck it up and do the hard things, and we all need to band together whilst taking $500,000 a year pension, plus a driver and a car. These people are disgusting. We need to take them all out back and get rid of them. They need to be taken out. Taken out of Parliament, and they should not be getting paid this amount of money. Maybe we should do it on a lottery system, where it's kind of like jury duty. You get to be Prime Minister for a day or something like that. I don't know. But I don't think anyone who wants these jobs should be able to do these jobs. Daniel Andrews getting $500,000 a year after leaving the job. How much was he earning when he was in the job? What would be the incentive to do anything of note, do anything to help the Australian people when you're getting paid $500,000, whether you get kicked out or you step down or you resign or whatever? You're getting paid a lot of money to do sweet fuck all. This country is so backwards. $500,000 a year. Do you know how much money people on the pension are getting? They can't afford to feed themselves. And this grub, this disgusting person who locked down his entire state, the most locked down city in the world, Melbourne was, and treated anyone that didn't want to get the jab or follow the mandates as scum. He was getting his police force to shoot people for protesting. Shooting people for protesting, beating up old women and men for going against his decree. And he gets paid $500,000 a year now for that. After stepping down from the job, he's still getting paid $500,000 a year. It's disgusting. I'm gobsmacked, honestly. Like $500,000 a year, and he stepped down from the job. That's disgusting. How do these people get into the power that they get into? I mean, I have a friend who lives in Victoria, and he was there throughout the entire ordeal. He had to go and get vaccinated because otherwise he would have been fired and lost his job, lost all of his other things like working for the Coast Guard, things like that, and had to go and get boosted, all those things. And he still wants to vote for this dude. He's sad that he's leaving. I mean, I don't know, like, it's Buffalo Bill style. He's at the top of the well. Put the lotion on the skin or it gets the hose again. I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm getting on the beers after he's quit anyway. But he'll be getting on the beers too. The only difference is he'll be getting paid $500,000 a year after leaving his job. That's insanity. What does this country come to? And I know I did a story on this months ago, but everyone just lets these bills go through, lets them take all this money from us, and there's no repercussions. And they keep voting him in. We need to out the entire government. I don't care what party you're with, whether you're the LNP or Greens, whatever, even One Nation, all of them. Just take them all, put them on an island, and let them live. I don't know, from maybe we should give them a pension that pensioners get. That's what they should do. They should not get paid any more than the lowest income in this country. They should, when they retire, they should get the pension at the same age that we get the pension, which I think is like, 65, 67, I think now, when we get the pension here in Australia. I mean, and they should get the same amount of pension as we get. They shouldn't get any more. They should get the same amount of pension that pensioners get. How does he get a pension when he's not 67 years old? He's fully able to work unless that trip down the stairs really did him harm. I mean, he's not going to be working outside anywhere. I mean, because the wind would just take him away with those ears of his. But I don't know how they just get to do this to us and we just sit there and take it. And Victorians are the worst for it. If you're a Victorian, I mean, and you're watching this, you obviously aren't a Daniel Andrews fan, but I don't know, ask your friends and your family that live there and vote there, what were they thinking? This man's getting $500,000 a year after standing down, and the corrupt things that he did whilst he was in power. He shouldn't be getting $500,000 a year. He should be getting prison time. That's what he should be getting. Daniel Andrews for prison. $500,000 a year, $300,000, a driver plus $200,000 for expenses and travel. $200,000 for travel. Do you know how you could travel around the world? I don't know how many times. $200,000. He basically won lotto. It's set for life. Just because he got the top job in Victoria and he was there for 9 years and convinced these idiotic voters that he was the best thing they could have and stayed in the job. And not to mention, he didn't do it fairly. He did it as nastily and corruptly as possible with everything he did to the Victorian people, and he gets $500,000 a year now. This is disgusting. Australia is reprehensible. What do you guys think? What do you think we should do with these people? What do you think they should be getting paid now? I think, honestly, if they're going to get paid, they should be getting paid the same amount as the lowest income worker in Australia. Their pension should be at the same rate and same age limit as the rest of Australia's pension. They shouldn't be better than anyone. They shouldn't be getting benefits better than anyone. But they do. They work themselves into a position where they make enough money off the government anyway with their backhanded deals and their corrupt things, that they have multi-million-dollar houses and, a couple of $100,000 cars, and then they pretend that they're a modest person and they're just another Joe Blow. And they walk around in a high-vis helmet and high-vis fucking shirt every now and then, pretend that they're just one of the people. when they're garnering votes, and then they go home to their mansion in their car, their $200,000, $300,000 car with their driver, to their probably got a home cook or something like that. They don't clean their own house. They don't go shopping. They've never been to the shops in their fucking professional career. They've got someone that does it for them. They don't even babysit their own children. I mean, they'd have their own carers for things like that. These people are way out of anything that Australians are doing. I don't know anyone that would that would be classed as a run-of-the-mill person earning this much money and living a lifestyle like they do. They are not the same as you and me. They are different. They want themselves to be different, and they do nothing for the Australian people. What do you guys think anyway? Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you in the next episode. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.